JBN, we keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, farmer accused of robbery and shooting nabbed at airport. A farmer was reportedly involved in a shooting at a party in Palmer's Cross, Clarendon, was apprehended at the Norman Mann International Airport, NMIA in Kingston, on Thursday, March 2. Linval Thompson, 31, otherwise called Saskel O'Brien, of Chateau District, Maypen in the parish, has since been charged with wounding with intent, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, use of firearm to commit a felony, and robbery with aggravation. Thompson was arrested by detectives from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime CTOC at the NMIA as he attempted to flee the country. Reports are that on Saturday, February 25, Thompson and another man entered the party and robbed the organizer of $100,000 before opening gunfire indiscriminately at the crowd. 6 people were shot and injured, including a police officer. The injured people were taken to hospital where they were treated for gunshot wounds. Thompson was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. Man shot and killed in Longville Park, Clarendon. A man was shot dead along Ontherium Avenue in Longville Park, Clarendon on Wednesday. Police have identified the deceased as 30-year-old Ryan Folks, also known as Tyrone and the Tallman, of Farm, Effortville in the parish. Reports are that about 8:30 p.m., residents heard several loud explosions and summoned the police. On their arrival, Folks was found along the roadway with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the upper body. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. While a suspect is yet to be identified, the police theorize Folks' demise stems from his involvement in criminal activities. According to a source, Folks was released from prison in 2020 after serving 18 months for being in possession of an illegal firearm. The murder has caused more concern for residents of Longville Park, as one of the country's most notorious gangsters, Nesta Bigger Crime Morrison, was shot and killed in the community by security forces a month ago. Since the incident, the police have raised an alarm, imploring residents to be more vigilant, citing the migration of criminals to relatively peaceful communities. Farmer killed in St. Elizabeth gun attack. A farmer was shot dead by gunmen at Greenfield District in Locovia, St. Elizabeth on Wednesday morning. Police have identified the deceased as 30-year-old Mickon Dickens, otherwise called McCoy, and Fatman, a farmer from Dry Harbor District in the parish. It was reported that around 8:45 a.m., Dickens and 4 other individuals were sitting at the front of a house when they were approached by a man armed with a handgun. Police said the man opened fire, hitting Dickens in the head and upper body. The gunman made his escape in a waiting white Nissan 80 wagon motor car. The injured man was transported by the police to the Black River Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. No motive has been established for the attack. Mechanic in Canis Jackson's murder case pleads guilty. St. Catherine mechanic Robert Fowler has pleaded guilty to the murder of 20-year-old accounting clerk Canis Jackson. The offender pleaded guilty to murder Wednesday morning in the Home Circuit Court and will be sentenced on April 27. Jackson, who resided in Independence City, Portmore, St. Catherine, was found dead on March 26, 2021, 2 days after she had been reported missing. Her decomposing body was found in an open lot near the Portmore fishing village. Fowler was taken into custody and charged after he reportedly confessed. Police have theorized that Fowler, who is a mechanic, had lured the woman to his home under the guise that he had left one of his tools. While there, an argument reportedly developed with Jackson, and he allegedly used the rope to strangle her. A handbag believed to be Jackson's and her bank cards were among items reportedly found at Fowler's home. According to the police, Jackson and Fowler shared a platonic relationship. Fowler would transport her to work occasionally. Attorney at law Vincent Wellesley represented Fowler. One done convict Magaman who urinated in open court to face Chief Justice. Ted Prince, otherwise called Magaman, the Tetchy defendant, who while on trial for crimes committed by the One Done gang, urinated in a corner of courtroom number 2 in the decades-old Supreme Court before all and sundry, has been summoned by Chief Justice Brian Sykes. Justice Sykes, in handing down the final guilty verdict in the long-running trial on Wednesday evening, which happened to fall on Prince, informed him that would need to acquire the services of an attorney to appear before him next Thursday to show cause why he should not be cited for contempt of court for his actions. Prince, who was declared guilty by the trial judge in relation to murders and also convicted as a member of the criminal organization on Wednesday evening, had last Tuesday caused jaws to drop during the trial when he clambered over a court bench and relieved himself in the corner of the historical structure in an unprecedented move. Prince had been supporting an injured arm for several weeks following a fracas at the correctional facility where he's been held. He, on Wednesday, was among 15 of the original 33 accused who were convicted for murders, illegal possession of firearms and ammunition, and membership of the criminal organization. Student found dead on UWI campus identified. The male student who was found dead in his room on the Elsa Leo Riney Hall of Residence at the University of the West Indies, UWI, Mona campus has been identified. He is 21-year-old Carrie Medley of a Marvelly, Kingston 20 address. Medley was the youngest of his mother's 5 children. The student, who was said to be in his final year of study, reportedly died from natural causes Wednesday morning. It was also reported that he had a history of seizures. Since Medley's passing, the university has provided counseling services to other residents of the hall. The institution said that a similar counseling session is being organized with the Faculty of Humanities and Education, of which Medley was a part. Vybz Kartel juror sentenced to 12 months imprisonment at hard labor. Livingston Kane, the juror accused of offering $500,000 to the foreman to influence other jurors to return a not guilty verdict in the murder trial against dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, has been sentenced to 12 months imprisonment at hard labor. However, he is to spend 9 months in prison, as he was remanded on December 13, 2022, after he was found guilty of attempting to pervert the course of justice, and that was added as time spent. The sentence was handed down by Parish Judge Maxine Ellis in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, after being postponed twice due to Kane's illness that had landed him in hospital. A social inquiry report, which was requested by the defense team and was not prepared, also stalled the sentencing. During the sentencing, Ellis spoke about the seriousness of the offense. Justice is a pillar on which any civilization is built. No one should be allowed to interfere with an investigation, the judge said. She added that she considers this charge to be a serious matter and of public interest. A sentencing hearing was held on Wednesday, at which time Kane's sister and daughter stood as character witnesses. They testified that Kane is a humble family man and a very good father. Kane was on bail for 8 years, however, it was revoked by Ellis on December 13. Kane is represented by defense attorney Valrenita Robertson, KC. Jeffrey Reed, attorney holding for Nita Robertson, made a bail application for Kane on humanitarian grounds due to a wound on his right leg. He argued that Kane's wound is not being properly cared for, as he had already missed a hospital visit on Monday. However, the judge pointed out that Kane was in court on Monday and should have informed the court if he had a medical appointment. The judge highlighted to the attorney that nothing in the medical report dated March 3 indicated that Kane had a medical appointment. But Reed continued his application, stating that Kane had no previous convictions and prior to being remanded in December had adhered to his bail conditions. Reed also stated that Kane is not a flight risk. However, the application was denied. Ellis advised Reed that he can make another application at the next level in the judicial system. U.S. student accused of torturing ex-girlfriend further remanded. Matthew Hyde, the University of the West Indies U.S. student who was charged of the allegedly held his ex-girlfriend captive while he tortured her with a clothing iron for 3 days, has been further remanded until March 17. Hyde, 20, appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court to answer to charges of assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, false imprisonment, malicious communication, and assault occasioning bodily harm. Hyde's case file is said to be incomplete. Reports are that between Monday, February 6 and Thursday, February 9, Hyde allegedly held his ex-girlfriend against her will in his room on a block of the Georgia Lane Hall on the UWI Mona campus, where he repeatedly beat her and burnt all over her body with a clothes iron. She was subsequently rescued and a report was made to the police. Hyde was arrested and charged. 20-year-old charged with stabbing death of relative. A man has been charged after he reportedly stabbed and killed his relative during a dispute over a pair of shoes at their home in Wales District, Newport in Manchester last week Thursday. Charged with the murder of Ricardo Williams is 20-year-old Jovain Flemings. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 8:05 a.m., Williams and Flemings had an argument during which Flemings allegedly used a knife to stab Williams. The police were summoned and Williams was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Flemings was apprehended during a police operation in an adjoining community later the same day. He was charged following an interview. His court date is being arranged. Lawmen to ramp up intelligence-driven operations in St. James following gun seizure. Following the siege of 2 high-powered rifles and 21 assorted rounds of ammunition in Salt Spring, St. James on Tuesday, March 7, lawmen have since ramped up their intelligence-driven operations in the parish. In collaboration with several arms of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and Jamaica Defence Force, the operations will be geared towards crime reduction as lawmen seek to enhance public safety across the division. Meanwhile, the latest seizure occurred subsequent to the Montego Bay Police conducting an operation in the Perry Street area sometime on Wednesday afternoon. 1.40 Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 1 round of ammunition was seized. 2 suspects were apprehended in relation to the seizure. This recovery brings to 99 the total amount of guns seized in the parish since 2023 in comparison to 131 in 2022. Bail extended for call center worker accused of using customers' credit card information. A call center worker was dragged before the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday for allegedly stealing a customer's credit card information from the system and using it to make an illegal purchase. Shani Calvert appeared before presiding parish judge Sasha Mary Smith Ashley, charged with possession of access device. According to the prosecution's case file, sometime in January this year, members of the Lottery Scam Task Force received a phone call from the manager of a call center about a fraudulent transaction carried out by an employee using the credit card details of one of their customers. When the officers arrived, Calvert was questioned about the offenses. She was taken to her home, where her phone was examined and discovered to contain a message that linked her to the same company where the card was used to make the purchase. When cautioned, she reportedly said, "Officer, it's only 2 pieces of information I copy, and I didn't use them." She was arrested and charged. Calvert's attorney Martin Thomas was not present at Wednesday's hearing, so attorney Dalton Reed stood in for him. Owing to the incompleteness of the prosecution's case file, a new mention date was set for November 21 and Calvert's bail was extended. At JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.